Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Just a reminder, live 6:30 p.m. West Coast time, Hobby Talk and Pack Pull Baseball Cards with G's Mikey. Nice early birthday present for me. And also what is a nice very early birthday present for me is this huge stack of TTMs, mail, and good stuff. But before we get to that, I want to share with you something from Hollywood. And this was a local legend here. This is from Howard Hessman's collection. Does not really have a COA, but the items are all the COA I need. I have a couple other items from his personal collection on the way, and these are none other than television scripts that he owned. Head of the class, will the real Arvid Engen please stand up? I had just seen that episode really recently on television, and I have that, I believe, on DVD as well. And it's really cool because this is a script, and I guess he's blocked out the pages that he does not need, so they're all been origamied. And some of these have notes in it, like Charlie. All the Charlie sections have been circled because he was Charlie. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Taft succeeded Roosevelt in 1908 and continued his policies of... And then Arvid is laughing and doing something else and not paying attention. And then numerous other little tidbits of stuff in here. And sometimes you'll find anecdotes and some scribbles and some flipped over pages and some other kind of notes in the margins here. That's really neat. And probably his own, yeah, it's in his own handwriting. So very, very cool. Very cool. Says he's not sure, he's creative, obviously that's appealing. That's what he says there. So not only did I get that one there, and I got these on a buy it now, and I got a best offer. So I think I saved $10 on the best offer, so that's cool. I think I saved $5 or $6 each. And then this one's got his last name scrawled on there, so that's how he does his autograph. I've got his autograph before. Everybody was getting him when he was alive, but I wasn't able to. But there's some circlings there. And this one here is You Got a Friend. So this is the revised table draft from 1986. And this is the final draft, I believe, from 1987. So very, very cool to have those. I have now 3 or 4 head of the class scripts in my collection, and so that is really neat to have those. Now let's get onto the mail here in no particular order here. There's this one here from Baltimore, Maryland, I think. And we'll get this one open very quickly here. I don't know how much battery I have on the camera here. Open this one up here. And we have... Cool. This is for Team 90's. This is a point for Team 90's. And this is Rick Krivda. I think that's how you pronounce it. Rick Krivda. There's a gold border. Let's get a minute. Let's have a better background here. Rick Krivda. And this is one of those action-packed cards that had kind of like a little fold there. But that's probably how it came out of the pack. But there's Rick Krivda's autograph. And I had found this in some sort of... I'm not sure what that came from. Maybe this was minor league cards there, but nicely signed Rick Krivda. These are both on 1990s era cards here. I can't just quickly see here. This is a 1995, and this Krivda here is probably something very similar to that. This is a 1994. So a 95 and a 94, 1 point for Team 90's. Next one here is Mr. Elias Awad. And who is Elias Awad? Well, I didn't know who he was until like a week or two ago. But I said, you know what, I'm just going to write to this guy. He's 90 plus years old. I believe he's an author, writer, all that kind of fun stuff here. It says, I hope the enclosed is what you want. Let me know. If not, all the best. And, whoops. Okay, well, shoot. I wanted him to sign this from my book plate here. And unfortunately he signed the lined side here. I hope I can take that colored pencil. There it says greasy fingerprint there. But he, I needed a book plate and I didn't have a book plate, so I sent him this index card, what I would cut down here, and he signed the wrong side of it. That line drawn through it, sometimes people think that that's where they're supposed to sign. But anyway, Elias Awad has autographed that. So I need to figure out how to take an eraser and clean off that colored pencil there and then trim that up there. I don't need his fingerprint there. That's kind of strange there. But he has written... he is an author of a book. Hopefully I can show you that book at the end of the video here. Sorry, I moved the camera. It was like a textbook. I think it was like a... Oh, it was an old computer textbook that I have that explains, you know, all the difference of business terminology and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So he's in his 90s, so that's very cool to get that one there. So Elias Awad. So if you want to write to him, there's his address there, and you can look up the different books that he has authored there. His name was very difficult to find. Charlotte, North Carolina, so that's probably a NASCAR one. Not really sure about this one here. Always have to be careful when you're ripping your envelopes here, because I don't want to rip any bonus items here, if there are anything here. This one says Bobby Allison, and there is a Bobby Allison card there. I don't believe that's signed there, but it's like a pre-printed on there. It's hard to tell if that was already signed or pre-printed. I have something similar to that one there. And Bobby Allison has signed 3 cards here for the 1990s. So he signed the White Border Tracks card. He signed the Ray Bastos Transporter, and that's a set that I have 95% of, not the autographs, but just 95%. I'm missing some of the cards there. So that's not one of my favorite cards there, just that I had that. So very cool to have those. So again, I've got the Ray Bastos Transporter, and these are all from the early 1990s. So that is very cool to have those. Next one here is from Columbus, Ohio. So there is this one here. Hopefully the light is doing us well here. This one looks like it's stuck in here to the... So it's stuck, does not want to come out. I don't want to force it, so I'll have to rip the back of the envelope, which I did not want to do. Not that I was trying to save the... Oh, the card went sideways and was squeezing the corner. So the corner got squeezed on this one here. There's a little piece of paper in here. I think that was to help protect the card, which it did absolutely. So there's 3 sheets of paper in there to protect the card. Those were not mine. But this is Matt Beaumont. Unfortunately with a very, very smashed, very destroyed corner. Part of that was what I was doing trying to pull that out of there. So sadly I screwed up the card. So that's how you know it was done TTM. The corner is very, very smashed. But there is Matt Beaumont on the California Angels. This other corner is roached, and then there's another kind of a ding there. So this card did not fare too well. These Bowmans tend to get damaged pretty easily. But that is a set build. That's 1996 Bowman. I'm missing my binder right now, so I don't know where that is. This one is San Antonio, Rio Grande District right here. These are just like the old days, getting a whole bunch of stuff. And we have, looks like 2 cards here, and this is Joe S.Z. E.K.L.E.Y. Joe Zeckley. I'm not exactly how to say that, but we have the 1987 Texas League here, and for this particular video, more importantly, we got point number 3, or was that number 4? I lost count already. Joe Zeckley on the Syracuse Chiefs. And that was a set that I was trying to super build. It's you're never going to build that set. You just can't. Even if you have boxes and boxes and boxes of this stuff, the collation is so bad. But so we have 2 of those. So this is a 1990. This was a 1990 CMC Pro cards, and this one is a 1987. So I do have a point for the 90s there. And it looks like we have maybe 1 or 2 more envelopes here. We'll just double check here because I made a big mountain of stuff here. Looks like we've got the 1 envelope left here, and this is a green envelope. And I use this one. This is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oops, get rid of this here. It was telling me something has arrived. This is a green envelope here from Cincinnati, Ohio. I just use this because that's what I had. And again, use what you have because, you know, interesting envelopes might provide interesting results here. Piece of paper that I did not provide here. And there's a really insanely large piece of paper. You could put that in your printer and it would be too long. But this is from PGA Tour member Brett Wetterich. That's very, very cool. Really neat to have that. I didn't know that address was going to work, but it did. Very, very cool. He's probably not always on tour, probably at home some of the times. But very, very cool. Brett Wetterich there on the 2001. So this doesn't count as a point here, but technically, well, actually, it doesn't have a date on there. I guess maybe Upper Deck did not know when they were going to print these out here. But there is absolutely no date on here. None. So anyway, technically 2001, but came out in 02 or 03 or something like that. That's when people were opening up the packs. So very cool, a really current card. That is my 3rd one for this set here, this Upper Deck set here. So very, very cool. checked off darn near all the boxes. I got NASCAR, I got baseball, I got an author, I got golf. I didn't get football or basketball, but those are for another time here. Really cool to get all that stuff in. Let me know what you think. Put down in the comments what have you, and thank you for watching.